Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Lore of League of Legends. In this episode, we're going to be heading back to Ionia to cover the lore of Meticulous Psychopath. Without further ado, I present to you the lore of Jhin, the Virtuoso. Enjoy. For many years, the southern mountains of Ionia have been plagued by a creature known as the Golden Demon. Throughout the province of Zion, a monster had slaughtered scores of travellers, and sometimes even whole farmsteads, leaving behind twisted displays of corpses. In their desperation, the Council of Zion sent an envoy to the Great Master Kusho for his aid, but upon hearing of the region's plight, Kusho refused. However, a week later, the Master, his son Shen, and apprentice Zed moved to the province disguised as travelling merchants. In secret, they visited the families that had been emotionally shattered by the killings, dissected the horrific scenes, and looked for possible connections and patterns to the murders. For 4 years their investigation continued. It had left the three men changed. The famous red mane of Kusho had turned white. Shen, who was known for his wit and humour, had become sombre, and Zed, the brightest star of Kusho's temple, began to struggle with his studies. Eventually they found a pattern to the killings, and the Great Master is quoted as saying, "Good and evil are not truths. They are born from men and each see the shades differently." Depicted in a variety of plays and poems, the capture of the Golden Demon would be the seventh and final great feat of the illustrious career of Lord Kusho. And on the eve of the Blossom Festival in Giant Pass, Kusho disguised himself as a renowned calligrapher so as to blend in with the other guests. The wait began. Everyone had assumed that only an evil spirit could commit these horrifying crimes, but Kusho had realised the killer was nothing more than an ordinary man. The famed Golden Demon was actually a mere stagehand in Zion's travelling theatres and opera houses, working under the name of Jhin. When they finally caught Jhin, the young Zed marched forward to kill the cowering man, but Kusho forbid it. Despite the atrocities and horror of Jin's actions, the Master decided that he should be taken alive and left at Tula prison. Shen disagreed but accepted the emotionless logic of his father's judgment. Zed, who had become disturbed and haunted by the murder scenes he had witnessed, was unable to accept the decision. Because of this, resentment had begun to bloom in his heart. Though imprisoned in Tula for many years, the polite and shy Jhin had revealed very little of himself to those he came into contact with. Even his real name continued to remain a mystery. But while a prisoner, the monks noted he was a bright student who excelled in many areas, including smithing, poetry, and dance. Regardless, the monks and guards could find nothing to cure him of his morbid fascinations. Outside the prison, Ionia had fallen into turmoil as the Noxian Empire's invasion had led to political instability. War had awoken the tranquil nation's appetite for bloodshed, and the peace and balance that Kusho had famously fought to protect had been shattered from within as dark hearts rose into power and secret alliances competed for influence. Desperate to counter the power of the ninja and Wuju swordsman, a cabal within the ruling council had conspired to secretly free Jhin and turn him further into an instrument of terror. Now, with access to the Kashuri Armory's new weapons and nearly unlimited funds, the scale of Jin's performances has grown. His work has brought fear to many foreign dignitaries and to Ionia's secret political underground. But how long will a serial killer, who craves attention and admiration for his work, be satisfied with just working in the shadows? And that's all I've got for you this time around. Let me know what you thought of the video by hitting that like button and leaving your feedback in the comments section below. Don't forget that all champions have been covered up to this point, so if you've missed your favourite, there's a link to the playlist in the description, as well as an annotation that will take you straight there. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, I'll see you next time.